All right.
Good evening, Melrosians, the world over. I am Tom Catalini.
I'm Sam Hammer.
I'm Tom Shampoo.
And I'm Jen LeClaire.
And this is Let's Talk Melrose. Melrose, a show where Melrosians talk to Melrosians about Melrose, and the four of us are reunited.
We are
once
back.
again.
It feels so good. Reunited.
And
it
it's
feels so good.
Tom. Did you know it's episode 151 this week?
I did not know
We-
that, but I
we
did see
missed-
the note.
We missed the boat on that last week. It was episode 150 last week. How did we miss that?
There was no party. Remember the 100th
no-
episode?
I know there was no like city proclamation. Like I don't
We
know.
were holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
We were. The 100th episode was Tom Shampoo birthday party, by the way.
Yes,
That's right.
That's
Last
right.
year.
But we
Oh, yeah.
actually got in a mobile van and did the show while driving
got-
around
We
Melrose, and
got
somehow,
pizza. We had pizza. We had.
somehow that worked.
I don't know. It's crazy.
forgot about that. Anyway, happy 151st.
Happy 150.
So we're Bacardi 151 tonight.
There we go. There we go.
Hey,
Hey, here we go.
Well,
Hey,
we celebrated with toys and margaritas, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
That's so true. Your friends at Melrose Together had our toy and gift card donation drop off today at Santa Fe Burrito. Thanks to Santa Fe for hosting us inside.
Indoors. Where it was warm.
Indoors. Thank goodness. And then if you went while you were there dropping off your stuff, you could get your meal, and everything on your tab was 20% off. So yeah. Where I don't know where you all ate tonight, but I know where I ate tonight.
I ate
Yeah,
at
me too.
home.
I had burritos and margaritas and donated toys to housing families. So it was
Yes,
My
so let
wife
me
was-
just show you.
perfect.
Yes,
With
Linda
you
was
and-
there.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
So there we are with
There they are.
Ricardo.
Hey, nice.
And here are some of the toys. That's like a
Wow.
quarter of the
Yeah,
stuff.
there was tons.
And it was a 2-hour window of toy drive?
Yep.
Wow,
Yep.
look at that. That's impressive.
Yep, and our friends from Housing Families were there. Anthony was there. We loaded up his sedan, and then I have the rest in a car here. And our first toy droppers were the
Aw.
Sinellas. I know.
Oh, yeah.
So
Fantastic. Nice pictures. So
good.
thanks for bringing those.
We learned.
Thanks, Maggie.
Is it okay to give we learned about a data point from the Give a Gobble drive tonight. Anthony
Wow.
told us about. Yeah. So we know that the need over at Housing Families and everywhere was certainly on the rise since COVID, and Melrose Together was sort of born from the desire of people in the neighbors and people in the community wanting to do something and something tangible where they could actually like physically, go donate something or act and participate with their families. So what we learned from our new friend over there, Anthony, that for this past year, they had for the Thanksgiving food needs, they had 180 clients, and Melrose Together is responsible for feeding 120 of those
Wow.
180
Wow.
clients.
What's the
So
math on that,
Melrose-
Tom? 2/3?
7/3? I'm not quite clear. I have to
Yeah.
go back and check that
Oh
one
my
out.
goodness!
It's a lot of love.
That's
from,
great. Fantastic.
the people of Melrose. So it's something to really be proud of.
Nice.
yeah, it's good stuff.
Well done.
Makes-
Oh, we didn't
Well
difference.
done.
we didn't have an air horn last week, by the way. We were really looking for an air horn last
Yeah,
week.
but you had
so-
some kind of new capacity
Yes, we
with the
did.
sounds. It's very exciting.
Did. So, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of exciting, hey, quickly before we move on to the news, I want to banter more first because
Okay.
we're deep into the Christmas season and we've had very few conversations about the movies that Tom is watching right now.
Oh
we
my
must
God.
be we must be 25 days into like the holiday season festival of movies, right, Tom? So what was last night's Christmas movie?
So let's go back to Thanksgiving. We mentioned Give a Gobble there, and you got to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Well, that- naturally,
beginning,
that's
beginning to end.
that's a given.
Match.
So that's a good one. I have not yet cracked open the playlist for this
Oh.
year, and I'm feeling like under pressure. It's already like the 13th of the month.
Yeah, you're a little
There's-
behind.
It's
Yeah.
I
A
would guess
little
it's a
bit
one a
behind.
night. Yeah, no kidding. So
There's-
We watched Prep and Landing the other night. I like that one.
prep and landing.
Oh, it's
I-
hysterical.
Huh.
I've
You've
never
never
heard
seen
of
that?
that one.
Oh my God, really? None of you? What?
No.
Oh,
Never even
it's
heard
good.
of
It's short. Like if you watch it without the commercials, it's just 20 minutes because it's designed to be one of those half-hour specials. But the
Oh,
premise,
okay.
the premise is it's a cartoon, and the premise is, and it's a newer one. How does Santa Claus get around the world and deliver toys and presents to all the houses who celebrate, in this
Yeah.
amount of time overnight? And it explains how there's
Oh no.
a whole operation behind that. The elves come and help, and
It's
prep
like
the
red
house,
lights and
they
stuff
stand
like
So
that.
this is like a documentary.
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I can't. I just, it gives me so much anxiety thinking about this guy in a red suit, like flying around in one night.
Climbing into your house,
Well,
breaking into your house.
That's how he's
It's-
able to do it,
That's why
Sam.
you got to spread it out. That's why you got to spread it out over 8 nights. Just take your
Well,
time.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Take it straight up.
You
And
can
at what point does Santa Claus need to use the bathroom? Because if he's out all night long, and then so somewhere.
I
he's-
think-
Oh,
They
remember the
solved
poopery
pretty
commercials?
No.
Remember the poopery commercials that were about that?
No, I don't.
Oh my God!
About
All right,
Santa?
I'll have to. Yes,
Okay.
it was Santa. It was very clever, but the other, the whole thing is so bizarre, and I participated in this. But you're trying to teach your kids, arithmetic and reading and science, and then also that there's like a guy in a red suit that flies around the world and gives you stuff, comes
For
into
free.
your house while everybody's sleeping.
I think that falls under science and physics. Just
Right.
Oh my
whatever,
goodness.
Tom. What are you trying to say?
Hey, you know
Move
what?
on, move
I
on.
also just remembered why I'm behind this year, and I know who to blame. It's John Hammer on the
Oh,
Christmas.
wow.
You know why? Because he told me about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, which is 4 hours long. So I've been
Yeah.
chipping away at that. It's thrown me off my game.
There's been several time sinks for you lately, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You've been very, very busy lately.
He found a new
Yeah.
toy, man.
Oh my God, this Chat GPT thing, this AI bot that they released last week, access to the public is unbelievable. As you all know, as anybody who I have texting access to knows,
I thought you lost your job,
Yeah.
perhaps.
We're very worried. Yeah.
it's the first time I know what an addiction is like. I think in my life,
You would go through-
you can ask this thing like, "Hey, here's my friends' names. Let's script a scene from Magnum PI, and here's what they should do." And the
It
robot
spits it
just.
out. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's amazing. I had it scripting this show.
Yeah.
Banter,
I know.
banter
Use
between
that
the guests.
next week. I'll be out next week, so you guys can give it a try. I can have my artificial.
Oh, we'll have the
intelligence
robot.
fill-
take
yeah,
your
have the
spot.
robot fill in for me.
Robot
Sounds
Jenny.
good.
I too will be out next week. So, but not with Jenny. We're at different places, I assume.
I was
You know-
going to be out next week.
I didn't
Hey,
hear
Christmas
it.
holiday, Christmas week off.
Tom
All
and
right,
the
so you know-
robots.
So we're gonna
On the
have.
bots.
We'll
the
let's call up the super fans because one of my favorite things that the robot did for me was a script of John and Matt working out at the YMCA, but speaking in a Shakespearean tongue.
Oh my God, that was pretty
Yes, that
funny.
was very good.
That's pretty good.
All right. Okay, guys, we really need to move on because we're basically like just having a chat with ourselves here.
Yes,
So-
but anyway, I'm looking forward. So maybe next week I can prepare some movie recommendations. But number one for many years is Rooftop Christmas Tree. So
Rooftop
that's the
Christmas
one.
Tree.
That's the one you should
I
be
still have-
researching.
I
All
still
right.
have not seen that, so
All right, are we doing
All
the
right.
news?
we are. All right.
Here we are.
I don't. I'll take the first one. It's sad. We always start off with the things we don't want to have to talk about and move
Right.
on to the rest of it. But as people heard in the patch or in other sources of news, we're sad to report that there was actually a fatal accident at the Cedar Park train station this past week, and so, someone lost their life. And there's more information about it on the patch in Melrose, but we just wanted to point out that if you know someone who's struggling, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 988. This is for some the most wonderful time of the year, and also a time of year that a lot of people are struggling. So pay attention to your friends and neighbors, and make sure you know this number if you know someone who's struggling.
That's well said. Yeah. Thank you, Jen.
Also, don't take it out on the mailman.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah, the mailman. So the mail
carrier.
Mail carrier. There you are. There's reports of a robbery. 2 suspects were caught on video, doorbell video, on Orchard Avenue here in Melrose, and they held a mail carrier at gunpoint, robbed the mail carrier at gunpoint. It was a female carrier, and USPS is offering a $50,000 reward for information to the arrest of these 2 individuals. Another story that you don't like to hear about. This is kind of scary, I imagine. It's the middle of the day, and hopefully there's some more information that comes out that we can catch these 2 perpetrators.
Yeah, it's awful. Someone reported in my neighborhood. It didn't make the news because it wasn't at gunpoint. But our mail carrier in our neighborhood was I've heard was confronted or was robbed, and the mail drop box, I think, was.
Why would a mail carrier be a target of?
Because people are giving
Checks.
tips right now. People are giving their
you're
mail
kidding.
carriers tips. Yeah,
But it's also checks that go in the mail too, like Christmas checks to people. Like I guess they think they can still
gift cards,
cash a check, gift card, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Because the other thing that's happened too is the blue mail boxes have been converted over, because they used to tamper with those. They'd open them and drop things in and pull mail out during the holiday season to try and find money, checks, cash, whatever, gift cards. So I assume it's the same kind of an attempt to steal these items.
Wow.
Jeez, I always thought that's a category. So see, I don't think you want to be doing that anyway, but that's a category where I think that's a federal offense, and
it is
with the postal inspector. Like I think there's serious consequences.
It's 20 up to 25 years in jail because it's a federal offense like that.
Oh my
God.
God.
I'm just reading
You
the
don't
news.
you don't mess with the USPS.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So, moving on.
Okay. I think in parentheses under this next one.
I did that. So I saw the news today, and I believe I'm right when I say Mass is the first state. It's possible it's the 3rd state, but I think it's the first. Somewhere in the top 3. No, there's Massachusetts is looking into incorporating into the driver's ed program education and information around cannabis, similar to what you'd see around alcohol treatment, alcohol information. And alcohol awareness. So for kids 16 who are getting their license, they'll be implementing another new section to deal with cannabis education and awareness. So I thought it was an interesting little thing to add because it's the first state or 3rd in the union that'll be incorporating this.
Yeah, I mean it is legal now.
It's legal, right? So
there's an age limit, though.
It is something that you can enjoy, but you should enjoy responsibly. But
it's like alcohol, Tom. It's 21.
I think 21, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do I say 18? Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Right.
I think.
Right. Just say that before every news segment.
Maybe.
It's always an out.
Heard.
It's always an out. Yeah.
So
People tell me.
I think I'm right when I say.
I think I'm right when I read this in the patch that a tentative deal has been struck with our school committee negotiating team and the paraprofessional contract. So according to things that I've seen, I think it's meant to be a game changer. Wow. A significant increase in salary, and also be able to move in through lanes a little bit faster than before.
Okay, good.
So I think we still need to work on our
teachers,
classroom educator contract. So
but we're making some progress, though. We celebrate progress where we can.
Mm-hmm.
So celebrate where we can. So I think that should happen soon. I think it should. And then free flu clinics. Did you guys get your flu shots yet?
Yep.
I have. Boosters and flu. My kids still need to get flu shots, but yeah.
I'm getting a shingles shot this week, Thursday. So I have flu, I got COVID, all that stuff.
So next week, Monday through Thursday, the hours are in the morning and early afternoon. There, the details and registration on the city's website. You do have to register, but it is free. So Monday through Thursday.
I think I forgot a space, so I'll do that again.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, everybody. Yes, there's a link to register. Also, on the 15th is a heat pump 101 webinar. I am not delivering this webinar, as clearly I demonstrated trying to get Tom Shampoo to give me some heat pump therapy.
What?
What?
I'm as shocked as you are, Tom.
I'm just saying, we have these heat pumps, which is great, and we're getting rebates. And now I'm sitting in the cold because I'm afraid to turn it on because it stays on all the time.
It's all the time.
So
and somehow I needed to provide therapy for that.
I was like,
so we have one. We have the mini split, and I have to say it heats up our house. It's so efficient. It heats up our house so fast.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Well, I'm worried about the electric bill. That's about to.
Yeah.
But that's not a part of the class that they're going to be having on the 15th.
Right.
The anxieties that come with it.
Right. You can use the cannabis. You can use the cannabis for that. Cannabis education to deal with your anxiety.
And then on Friday is the last day to donate to the diaper drive. So, do we have the information where to do that? Where do you do that?
At
City Hall, I think.
City Hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the Mayor Broder is inviting residents to consider donating diapers or wipes.
And I think that's because they're not covered by a lot of the programs.
Right.
Yes,
and they're expensive as hell.
And they're expensive. Yeah.
And you need a
Boy,
lot.
I haven't bought a diaper in a while.
Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
And then there are a few other
Good
things.
to know.
Hey, right, I'm getting close to the other side of that
I know,
statement.
No kidding.
Not that I'm not never gonna buy them again, but
you'll have another opportunity.
yeah.
And then now through January 4th, you can go to the public library. They're collecting mittens, gloves, hats, and scarves for the mitten tree, and you can help keep hands warm and heads warm of Melrose families. And then also donate non-perishable food items and other necessities like paper goods to benefit you can drop them off at the BB School, Austin Library, to benefit the Servant's Heart Food Pantry. So I'll put all of that in here in one swoop.
Fantastic. You know where
There's a lot going on.
You know where else we will add that, Sam Hammer, is on the Melrose Creative Alliance website.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to the city.
Is there a website now, or is it an email list? There's a website now.
It's both. It's both.
Oh, nice.
The website is still in development, but one thing that is up and running is the calendar feature of events.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The rest of it, the resources for artists and creatives are, and the directory of artists and creatives are still being built, but all that's coming soon. Thank you to the city for including that information in their last, or on their website, or on their last email. Where did I see that?
It was on their website.
On their website, yeah. The link is broken, though. Whoever's looking at that, so if someone could fix that, that would be
one out of two. One out of two.
It's the thought. It's the thought that counts. So other creative events happening around town. There are still small works for sale at Follow Your Art Community Studios until December 18th. So there's 3 more opportunities this weekend coming to buy kind of arts and visual arts and creative goods from local artists.
You know what? That's good to know, because during the holidays, I never made it over there. I went to the work. I went to the Worklery, which had a bunch of stuff, and then we were at work. We were working that day.
Work, I know. We were at work. Yeah, this weekend is your last opportunity. So there's three places you can hit, and they're all going to be great. Follow Your Art until December 18th. Then December 17th and 18th, West Foster Artisans Collaborative. That's a group of artists who kind of work together to share and market their work. They're at 114 West Foster Street. And
where is that? Is that near the police station?
Yeah, I was going to ask, where is that?
Yeah, it's over there.
Okay,
and then you're there. And then also one last showing at the BB Estate on the 17th also.
It's a great gift idea. Original art, original pieces,
Right.
things that people create. It's
Shout out
fantastic.
to Deb Corbett and Carrie. I'm going to say her last name wrong. Paragaro. Sorry, Carrie. But I bought their work at Bellier Art. It's gorgeous.
Nice.
Fantastic.
So the 114 Foster Street is kind of across the street from the First Congregational Church. So in Melrose Daycare. So it's over on the west side of Myrtle.
Yeah, so a little further in from the police station.
Looks like it's a little yellow house.
It is. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Great. Look for the yellow house.
Look for the little cute little
So that's
yellow
not
house.
far from where that dude in the nice weather sits out there doing the giant wood carvings,
That's true.
right?
That was those eagles.
Yeah.
Those are impressive.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
What else? Oh, also if you're a music lover, so we talked about visual arts, but if you're a music person, December 18th, the Beethoven Society is hosting its concert at the Highlands Church. That's free.
Oh, I thought that was about that big dog, Beethoven.
What?
Yeah.
Oh God, you're terrible.
Jen, you fell for it, man. You fell into that trap.
I know. And then
Sam and I are shaking our heads. Don't go there, man. Don't do it.
big shout out to Mark Hall and our friends over at
Yes.
Knights of Columbus, who are really activating that space for community events. You can go do karaoke every Wednesday night over there and open mic night every Thursday, and it's super fun.
And comedy first Saturday of the month each month.
Second Saturday, I think.
Second Saturday.
Yeah, second.
It was just this past Saturday. It was a great time. We had fun. We all went.
We were roasted though, so but the guy was not wrong. So the one guy got up and was like, "Oh, you guys from Melrose, you probably never leave Melrose. This is probably what you want to do all the time. You're probably all neighbors." And we were like, "Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, he's like, you probably walked here and went to dinner downtown, and then you didn't want to leave Melrose for a show.
We'll go up, but we're not leaving down.
Yeah.
We'll go up, but
Like,
only if we can walk.
he's been following. He must watch the show.
He must be a top fan.
Second Saturday. Thank you.
Second
Brian.
Saturday. Thank you, Brian, for that.
We've seen. I met Brian. We've seen Brian at open mic night. Yep.
Where 50% of the guests of LTMM were on stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's
More-
right.
more-
Well,
51%.
51%.
I'm just going to say you should all go every Thursday because you never know who's going to show up to
It's
perform.
really true.
Yeah.
It's really,
Yeah.
It's really,
That's
really
true.
good. It's
They
really,
don't call
really
it open mic for no reason. And wherever there's a microphone available, there's somebody from LTMM ready to stand
BYO
up and
sometimes.
This is true. This is true. Oh my gosh, you guys, we might be setting a record. I thought we were going on and on and on during our opening banter, but we just got through that whole show before 9 o'clock.
It's only 8:50.
Yeah.
There's no other news.
I know.
So what's happening next week? Why are people not on this show next week? Are we having a show next week? What's happening?
We should have a show. I am remiss and I feel guilty that 3 minutes before the show, I was like, oh my gosh, there was a very, very long appropriations meeting at City Hall with a lot of really important information.
Yes.
And we were like clicking on things and trying to figure out free cash projections and ARPA funding, ARPA spend, and we were going to report on all that. Just kidding.
And we just we're not ready. Tom and the robots will be reporting on that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have the robot look that report over. I'm going to have the robot.
You'll have to have the robot report on certain stories.
And I'll just tell the robot, just say, I think at the beginning. Just sprinkle I think throughout and tell me what you think happened at the Appropriations Committee meeting.
I was working so hard. I even found a screen. I took a screenshot of a thing and I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, I will do my best to find somebody to come on the show next week with us to talk about all of the things that we were trying to read before the show with 3
we're
minutes.
trying to keep up with. So
I will
just like
look.
This just illustrates, though, that we are not any different here than all of the rest of our Melrosians talking to other Melrosians about Melrose, where we do our best to keep up with things, and there's a lot going on, and there's a lot you have to read and keep up with, and a lot of it is, I was about to say hidden on the city website, and that's not fair to say, but it's there, but I don't often.
Well, it's a whole other website. I have to go.
There's a lot to get.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot there. I don't often think to go looking for that stuff. So it's hard. It's hard for the city to get all of this information out, and it's hard for us to kind of keep up with everything. There's a lot going on. It's a big city. It's robust. We do a lot of great things here. So we are here at LTMM. We're just like everybody else. We're doing our best.
There's no efficient way to keep an eye on it, right? So it's actually a pretty slow moving process. It's like turning a battleship. Like the stuff doesn't happen overnight. So you got a 100-page thing from appropriations. They've been talking about this stuff to them for weeks and months or the whole year. Yeah. But if you want to get the gist of it and know what's going on, how do you get caught up on, like Sam, you said, like, hey, there was a 5-hour meeting. There must have been talking about some stuff, and there's all these pages. Like, you can't quickly grasp that. That's the challenge.
Yeah.
You have to invest so much time just to get a feel for it. Or, like you said, Sam, you find somebody who's been, a little bit closer to it, and hopefully can represent some of that. But
maybe that guy.
There we go.
and also help put it in context too, right? Like,
Right.
Put some things in context. It's hard.
Right.
Well, luckily we have a representative government, and we have elected people to do the work on our behalf. And so we're going to see if we can get that guy to come on.
Just keep showing his picture until he comes on.
And the little one too can come.
Yeah, why not?
Although I think he was putting up his dukes with me at one point. So we have a lot to solve together.
So I tell you, the other thing the robot does that I've been spending too much time with is you can tell it, like, explain the blockchain to me in simple terms, and it will actually give you an explanation. You can say, write an RFP. You could then, right, but then you go like, okay, I'm not that interested, but if you could say it in the Shakespearean tongue,
it'd be much better.
And scripted as a John Wayne Western, but with Adam West playing John Wayne from the old Batman suit. Now I'm interested.
Now I'm following.
How do we access this?
Well, I wouldn't even ask, because he's got to send like 10 more texts about.
I do think we should run some of the city meeting transcripts through that.
Right. Oh my God. Have it do like the Chinese, the fortune cookies. Have it like every sentence ends with "in bed" or something, and it has to tell a whole story. It's crazy. God. The bots, man, they're everywhere.
All right, Tom's on it right now. He's
all right. I'm going to put it on. It's called ChatGPT at OpenAI.com. So you set up a little account. It's free to the world account right now. They're trying to test it out, and it's should come with a warning. It's a little addictive. Because at first you don't know what to do with it, and then you figure it out, and then you're
off and running. Then you are off and running.
And I'm like,
and all the rest of our phones are blowing up.
Well, you're not alone. CNET 8 hours ago had an article that says why everyone's obsessed with ChatGPT, the mind-blowing AI chatbot.
But I literally had it script before the show, like a Batman episode from the Adam West days about a Domino's thievery in town, and it, like, all of a sudden it's there. It's amazing.
So how long of a answer do you get? Can you get like a 5-page thing, or is it always a short?
Doesn't seem to be, because I was having it do some work for me. I said, write an RFP for a new website, and it actually gives you a nice little outline. So it probably comes up with like maybe it's a 300 to 500 word answer tops, and then sometimes it'll trip and freeze up, and you've got to redo it, and so you've got to be a little determined, also.
So. Punch in, explain LTMM in simple terms, and see what it comes back with.
Right.
I wonder what data it's trying to mine from us.
So everything, it basically has read everything on the internet, which is why you can reference like the Adam West Batman show, and it actually sort of gets that, or Shakespeare or whatever. On the LTMM stuff, I was fooling around and testing you guys. It's like an ongoing conversation. So you say, this is a show about Melrose, Massachusetts. There are 4 co-hosts, and script me a thing. And then you can say, well, no, Tom's actually a, suave and sophisticated guy, and Jen is into the arts. And it will just it'll keep iterating on what you've developed. It's fascinating.
It learns.
Well, it
it
did not know
learns.
me one bit because first of all, it used my full name, Samantha, and number 2 is
I
that
had
I'm
to
like
do
your,
that.
I'm like your
I had to
hyper
do-
friend.
Well, I had to either put in Samantha or Sam, comma, who is a woman, comma,
Yeah.
because otherwise it would mistake you
it's-
for
yeah.
a male. Yeah.
That's all right, but it also said I was a hiker.
He did that. 'cause
Yes.
he was,
Yes. I like that one. You were hiking in the woods. And was that the
Right.
one where Jen and I discovered the beer garden?
Yes. She's
Oh,
the
Yeah.
I missed
attorney.
that.
Due
I
to a
have to
zoning
tell you,
ordinance.
Rebecca. Hi, Samantha.
Yeah. See?
Oh my God. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
I'll have
Rebecca,
to check it out.
Rebecca, we want to see what it says about Beacon Hill wines. We want to okay. We want Rebecca. We want Tom. Tom and Jen walk into Beacon Hill wines.
Right.
Like a chicken, right?
Arguing about whether or not they should buy a Merlot or a Pinot Grigio, and send
Right.
us
And
that.
then you can say in the style of like a Ernest Hemingway
Right.
novel.
In the style of like Starsky and Hutch episode.
Oh, in one of them, I had a Magnum PI episode, and we went in a time machine to the future. It's so good.
Oh my God.
All right, Rebecca, we're going to ask you to get back to us on that.
Yeah, I'll report back, please.
next week.
So Tom and the bots and Rebecca. Rebecca, you should come on the show with Tom and do the
Yes.
whole
Yes.
thing
Yeah.
together. Dance
Yeah.
Tom,
the-
Rebecca, and the bots.
Yes. Save
Perfect.
next Tuesday, 8:30.
I will be out. I have no idea what my plans are. I just wait to see what Jen's doing, and then I go do what she does.
Oh, I'm going to see
Yeah.
6. I'm going
You're
to
going to
see
see
6.
6.
I told you not to go. I'll just do it for you.
Okay.
Where are you
Yeah.
going?
To see 6 at the Emerson Colonial.
play.
Oh,
About the
what's
6
that?
Wives of Henry VIII.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
That's very
Culture.
sophisticated.
What was it? Beheaded. No, what is it?
Divorced, beheaded,
Divorced,
died, divorced,
died,
beheaded,
divorced,
survived.
beheaded, survived. Yeah.
So the first time I saw 6, well, I haven't seen it a second time until a few weeks from now, but it was at the ART before it hit Broadway,
Yeah.
and we were
Yeah.
in the 6th row
Oh,
from the
wow.
stage,
and there were 6 of you. Yeah.
and there were 6 of us.
What?
ART
Yeah.
is great. We saw the Alanis Morissette show before it went to Broadway.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was-
Oh, a bunch of
was
people I know
amazing.
saw that
That's
too.
the
It is
only
amazing.
time. That's the only time in my life. I haven't been to that many shows, but I've been to Broadway, this, that, and the other. That's the only time I've ever seen a standing ovation at the what do they call halftime, Jen? Like the
Yes, at
intermission.
halftime. Yes, no, it was
the
in the
end of
middle
Act
of
One.
in the middle of that number.
7th inning
Yeah,
stretch.
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, it was in the 7th inning stretch. Yes, exactly. No, you're right. Same. Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
But you're gonna love it. It's fantastic.
I'm excited. Yeah, I know. Everybody I know has seen it and loved it. So,
Nice.
Okay. All right, we gotta go, guys. We
Yeah,
had
we're
Alrighty.
no overtime.
Oh my
We're
God,
just
how did that
chit-chatting.
happen? Chitty chatting. Okay. All right, guys.
All right.
we did it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, that's it. All right, everybody.
are.
Real,
Oh wait, you want me to do the new way we do the music
Yeah.
now?
yeah,
All
let's
right.
do the new. We're
All
in the
right, so
future now.
We
You
are
go
in
over
the
to
future.
the brand button.
Oh, you're the guest last week wasn't told to dance when I
I
watched
know.
the show.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mary. Sorry, Mary. You were adorable. Sorry, Mary. So, Todd, do you want to do it? Do you want to see where you do it?
I
What are
don't
you
know
even
where,
talking about?
You
I
talking
don't
to me?
think he has access to that.
This
Oh,
is fantastic television, you guys.
All right, okay. Riveting.
okay. See ya.
See you around town.